Hello, friends. We are here today to discuss Berserk Volume 26. Have a little bit to talk about, I'd say, but we'll get into it. Joe, will you kick us off, please, sir?
Hi, I'm Joe, JCM Byrne. I have read Berserk before, and I'm reading it again and thoroughly enjoying it. You can check out my website, jcmbyrne.com. I have 5 books out. People have read some of them, and some people have enjoyed some of them some of the time.
Hey, that's more than some people can say. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan.
I'm Dan. I've read Berserk before, and I think I remember it slightly better than Joe because I reread it earlier this year. But yeah, that's it.
Nice. So, Volume 26, we continue the rapey troll cave thing.
Yeah.
And lots of shit happens. Lots of things happen. More than I expected, even though Dan warned us last week that things are going to happen.
Yeah. I actually didn't remember that we were also going to get into the fight at the witch's house. I thought that would be the next one. So, yeah.
No,
Very
things
fast
happen.
pace. Yeah.
There's a pace here, right? This really, stuff's moving.
Yeah, and I know I've talked about like fights for fight's sake. It just didn't seem like there's just like an excuse for Guts to kill a lot of things. But this fight seemed like there were stakes, or there was consequence. So it felt like it had more weight to it than it just swinging his metal of his slab of iron and cutting things in half.
Yeah. And the one touch that I really liked is the sort of world building or the metaphysics that they mentioned in this volume and the last one. It adds weight to all the pointless sword swinging that happened before. So now they're like, oh, it's because this sword has cut through so many demons that now it's actually like acquired. Like, so in other words, all those pointless fights we saw, I'm like, well, now they were useful.
Yeah.
Like in retrospect, I love that. And the same thing happened in the last volume when she's like, because he's been in the interstice for so long, his will had like an increased effect on his like physical body. Like all that training, it made more sense after the fact. His abilities, his capacities. I love that stuff. I think I mean, it wasn't like a big point. I mean, it's like a throwaway line of dialogue in both cases. But like, it like ties things together. It makes the old stuff feel more useful.
Like he's leveling his sword.
He did, right? But he didn't know he was doing it, and we didn't know he was doing it. But now we're sort of saying like, oh, all that stuff had a purpose. And I don't know if Miura meant it that way at the beginning, or if he was just drawing a lot of scenes of Guts murdering monsters, which is fine, but it gives it purpose.
Yeah. He was grinding. He was grinding XP all this time. We just didn't know it.
Yeah, he was grinding. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he didn't mean all the specifics. He probably just, he knew the big picture, and he was just like, oh, that seems like a neat thing to do. I think, but I don't know.
I suspect you're right, and that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a nice touch. I like it narratively.
Yeah, and I like too that we're still seeing consequences or results of the eclipse, because we're still seems like it's not an overnight thing. It's like a slow evolution of what the world is turning into since the eclipse.
Yeah. Well, it is mentioned, I guess, also by the, demons things. They say, oh, yeah, I remember you. You got from the eclipse.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, I remember that night. You got from the eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you.
Now I want to open a club called The Eclipse so we can all have these conversations.
There's not going to be many people.
Yeah. Well, not.
It's going to be a bit awkward. It's like Griffith and Guts and Casca and some demons. Like, oh, how's it going? I haven't seen you in 3 years. Are you still working at the, at the bank?
Yeah.
The band. Are you still with the band?
Yeah. And you're like, I don't know. Not since you tried to kill me and destroy my whole life,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of suggestive artwork. I'm guessing that's on purpose,
Mm.
but like the spiders and the monsters, it's pretty on the nose, I would say, because it does refer to it as like the womb because she talks about it like this is
Yeah.
basically so. But it was like, okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense because it's like Slan is there. It's sort of her domain, I guess, at that point.
Mhm.
But I mean, not like he hasn't done it before, just in general with monsters. So
The uterine sea, I think they call it. It's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
very, yeah. I'm sure he would get along with what's his name, H.R. Geiger.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Pretty heavily. I feel like there's a lot of H.R. Geiger and a lot of Lovecraft, like Cthulhu kind of thing. We talked about it last week, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't remember what I remember as a manga which looks very much like that, but I can't remember what it is right now. I don't know if it's Blame. No, Blame me. No, Blame is different. Well, it could be Blame. I don't know.
Hmm.
But anyways, yeah, the designs are pretty cool. The design of the Skull Knight armor was a bit. I don't know if you've been noticed. Like this one, it's a bit crazy in this one. I don't know. I just remembered this. If you want to check, there was like a post, in chat, a Reddit post comparing his armor through different, volumes, and this one is like it's the craziest armor because it's so big. It's got like huge shoulder pads and weird things going up from the sides of his, and he's I don't know, but. Yeah, he's also got a slight upgrade, I guess. And he's also got a cool new sword, which is intriguing,
man.
this sword.
The sword of actuation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Need a hold of
He keeps it down his own throat. That's even more fantastic.
Yes.
It's like, where were you hiding that? I'll show you. Okay.
So that's what he was doing this whole time, collecting all of the herits to make this sword, which I guess is super powerful or something. Because it seems like it can hit things in other dimensions, sort of thing, or right?
And it can actually it can cut holes in through to other dimensions and presumably seal them too. Because he said he was going to use it to trap the God Hand in the vortex.
Yeah.
So that implies it can actually alter reality. I mean, I've seen other. I'm trying to remember the order. I've seen other manga where they have swords that cut through are so sharp they cut reality itself. Which I've always loved that idea. I'm never quite sure what it means, but it sounds amazing. And I'm trying to remember the one manga I read that in, and whether that predates this or postdates it, I have no idea. But it's a cool idea.
I mean, the sword doesn't look very sharp, to be honest. No. But
it's not doing it through sharpness, but
yeah.
It's still cool. It's still cool. And the way he keeps it is cool, and it looks really cool and weird. Yeah.
It made me think, because he can cut through, like, dimension or something like that. There was earlier on, I think during the eclipse, when he was attacking the big brain guy during the eclipse, right? He used some sort of like, he made a circle of another dimension in which the Skull Knight sword went through, and then it exited another location. So maybe he was doing it to prevent that sort of thing, because he would just cut through it. I was wondering, because he seems like he's trying to kill that guy, right? Maybe the other 5-hand guys too, but he seems to be having it more against the brain guy more than everyone else. So maybe, I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I wonder what he'll do with it now.
I do hope we get his fuller story at some point. Sometimes there are these guys and they're mysterious, and that's fine. And I'm not saying I want like a prequel, like 6-volume, his origin, but just what's he actually after? What's his actual plan? I hope we get like at least a loose idea of this eventually. I'm happy to wait because we're getting bits. Like he used to be like Guts. He clearly was that king from the tower.
Yeah.
He wore the Berserker armor. Like he was friends with that witch. Like we're definitely getting information, but I want more.
I get a big
It's
kick
fun.
out of whenever like there's a book title that we get where the inspiration or where the title came from, like the Berserker Armor. It's like, oh, okay, I got you. All right.
Like when the band finally makes an album with the name of the band.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's right.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Or a movie says the movie title. It's like, oh, he said the movie title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah. I guess, again, the question is, did he always intend to make the Berserk Armor? Probably. I guess that's fairly, I don't know. I mean, because it can just fit for Guts in itself, I think. Even without the Berserk Armor, it still would make sense, I think. It's not necessary, but yeah.
The title works without the armor.
Yeah.
So it's good either way.
But
the armor's pretty cool. I forgot that the armor starts off with the skull. The skull helmet.
Oh, don't give Steve more spoilers. I guess it's not very much of a spoiler. But...
Oh, doesn't it?
Do we? I don't think we see it in this one yet.
I think when the armor is just sitting there, I think it does have this.
Oh, you're right. No, we see it. We see it. The last couple of panels. Yeah, you're right. The last volume, we see it.
Oh, that wasn't a spoiler. It made me feel.
Yeah,
bad.
you're right. No, you're right. It transforms after we see the Beast of Darkness. Then it becomes the armor changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see it change. Yeah.
Yeah, once he really after he's fighting what's his name? The giant dude.
Grundle or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get the vision of his whatever inner demons.
Yeah.
And it starts looking like it.
The implication of which is that Skeletor's inner demons look like a skull.
Maybe it's just like a man. His inner demon is a man.
But there were big fights in here, right? He fought the one of the God Hand, or at least a manifestation of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was like that seemed like a big deal.
Yeah.
Got cut up pretty good. So now we're on this. Guts is like hurt, and he's burning the candle at both ends right now.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And I think I think they say it's also like during the fight with Slan, he also got not just physically, like also like in the other dimension he got wounded, and
astral
she couldn't
wound.
heal it. Yeah, the astral wound. So I think that's the issue because she could have healed it just the normal wound, but the other takes longer time, I think, or something like that. It's harder.
It's almost like we want some sense that Guts is vulnerable because he can seem like another 100 trolls. He's just gonna slice through these guys, but now he's like he's really hurting. He falls down, like just walking through the forest. He just falls, and like so some sense that he's vulnerable, and some sense that he needs other people to help. Literally pick him up. He needs the armor. He needs Skeletor to help him out in the couple fights.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even normally, like fighting against one of the apostles is like pretty hard, right? And these are also not just like normal apostles. These are like Grundle is like one of the. He's like a super famous warrior. So on top of being an apostle, he's also really strong just at fighting.
Yeah.
So, which would make it. I assume it would have been impossible without Berserk Armor. Even if it would have been super hard, I think. Yeah. So.
Well, if Guts was healthy, it might have been a match. But he was already so banged up when that fight started.
I don't know if you think. Even healthy Guts, I don't know. It might have been really hard.
And I don't know if that guy's supposed to be human or he's a literal, the giant is a species on this world like dwarves are. And he is a member of that species. His eyes look weird, and he seems inhumanly tall.
I think he used to be like a really strong warrior, and then he became an apostle, and he became someone I think they said something like he defeated an entire army on his own.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I think he's a bit stronger than any of the other apostles he's fought up to now.
I think.
So would have been tough. But, I mean, it's even, even now with a Berserk Armor, it's still not, he hasn't killed him yet, either. And there's other apostles, too, coming with him. right? Versus Zod 2 and
Well, I guess the War Dogs are all apostles. They say that. I don't know if they're right, but
are the minor apostles still called apostles? I thought they were called something else, but maybe you're right.
someone says it. But that I think it was like Serpico, and he might have just been using the term loosely. Right? I don't know if he actually knows what like the term. I don't know, but yeah. But the War Dogs are kind of cool. I mean, they're all cool looking.
Yeah.
They're all cool looking.
It does, like, their armor design, it does very much remind me of some sort of, like, it's very, to me, like, Renaissance sort of period. Weird and wacky German Renaissance armor sort of thing. I don't know if you've seen any of it, but they were doing very wacky shit. Like, in the medieval times, they were more like, either pretty functional or like, all ornamental, but still not super crazy like that. And then Renaissance, they started doing armor that looks like an animal or armor that looks like this other weird shit. Because we were, I guess, probably so much better at doing like at metalworking probably and other technologies. But yeah, it looks.
It's probably more for show than for actually using.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Once you get to a point where people have guns, it's much more. It's ceremonial.
Yeah. So we were just trying to look cool.
Yeah, just make it look cool. Which is what I would want if I had armor.
Yeah.
Pseudo armor, man.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So when you die,
the Berserker armor is kind of interesting. It's like at first I thought it was plate mail, but it's really it's got all these facets. It's almost like it's designed to be very mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the artwork where he's fighting with it, they make him seem like thin and fast. And more athletic. Like he's doing a lot of tumbling. He's less like brute strength and more like zipping around.
Yeah.
The aesthetic when he's wearing it.
I mean, plate mail is not that limiting, especially plate mail from later periods. Like you can roll around and you can run in plate mail, no issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like very well. It covers literally everything, like segmented armor sort of thing.
Like there's a piece over his upper arm where it's made of like 4 different plates, like kind of riveted together, and like there's no humans don't articulate there, right? Like actual you can have just one plate there. Your arm doesn't bend in the middle, but the armor is it gives this feeling of lots of mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of having these big pieces, solid pieces, everything's separated.
Made of different pieces. Yeah.
More than you really need to, which is, I mean, it's cool.
Even the helmet is made of different like bits.
Yeah, but presumably his skull isn't flexing the whole time. But the back of the helmet is like a bunch of different pieces. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Would that make it better armor, or would that make it worse armor? I feel that would make it worse armor if every little bit could move on its own. I feel.
I mean, anytime there's those spaces, you can slip a knife. Like a blade can get into those spaces.
Yeah. Plus, if you get hit, like only one section just caves in, it makes it probably weaker. I don't know. It seems like you would want your helmet in one piece, I guess. But.
Yeah. But it's magical armor made by dwarves. I want to see some dwarves too, man.
Yeah.
You're just hinting at these dwarves, and now there's no dwarves showing up. Come on.
Have we heard of dwarves before, or is this the first time?
I feel like we've heard them mentioned before when we were talking about smithing, but like nothing concrete that I recall.
Okay. Maybe?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I think the most surprising part is that Isidro wasn't completely annoying, and I didn't root for him to die this time. He seemed like he was actually useful instead of just complaining, and he's doing things.
It was fine.
It was fine.
He was good. He killed the troll with the sword. He wasn't super annoying in this volume. He's got. You have to make him bad. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe they make you remember how annoying he was. So if 5 volumes from now he's actually useful, it feels like he had a real character arc.
I hope so.
And Shirky's getting like the whole hero's journey. You know, she's got to call to action. She's got to leave. Now her mentor dies. You know, she's gonna it's like following all the steps.
Yeah, Shurika is actually having like quite interesting stuff. Like even when in the cave, she was like trying to decide what to do. Or Guts is still there, but I need to protect these people. You know.
And to her credit, she's making tough choices, right? She's like, we have to leave him and hope he'll manage, because if we don't cast this spell now, everyone's gonna die. So we're gonna do that. We're not gonna be all silly, like, oh, wait for Guts, you know.
Yeah.
So she's being made out to be an enjoyable character. She's not like all the annoying things that she could be doing. She's not doing. Right? There's all these ways a character like that can be super annoying, and they're just not.
Yeah. If it made her like Isidro, then yeah. I mean, like, he could have. Thankfully, he did not.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta say though, because I think we're seeing Guts. He kind of he gets flashbacks of the, you know,
Band of the Falcon.
Band of the Falcon.
Band of the Hawk. Whatever
your
translation is, I don't know.
His companions. So he kind of like he thanks them for helping him. Oh, I owe you one, and he's started to realize like it's nice to have friends. But I kind of feel like we're getting set up though to like build them up so they can all be murdered terribly, and because where we start out with Volume 1 is he's by himself again, so we know that I have a hard time believing that there was a peaceful disband. So
Volume 1, we already went past Volume 1 though.
Oh, we have? Okay.
Yeah, Volume 1 is before or after the Misty Valley or whatever, the Elf Valley.
Oh, okay.
That's Volume 1, yeah. I don't remember if it's before or after. I feel it's before.
He finds Puck. Doesn't he meet Puck in
So it's definitely before. It's between the Eclipse and the next arc.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's at the end of the 2 years, he's after the Eclipse, or he's off chopping things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the Eclipse, then he like leaves and he goes and he's basically like chopping things for 2 years. At the end of that, it's volumes 1, 2, 3, and then it's volume whatever 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
19, whatever it is.
Yeah. So we have no spoilers of what's happening now.
Yeah. No, we don't know. Like we don't see him never mind.
But I guess what you're saying wouldn't be impossible given what we've seen in the past. Let's just put it like that.
I mean, this would be the turn, right? This would be the fantastic storyline that they'll never write, which is Guts gets his own Behelit, and he sacrifices these guys for the power to stand up to Griffith.
Oh, yes. I would have done it that way.
Yeah, and they eat like Casca, and they eat like Shirky and Isidro. Of course, Steve would just cheer on all the demons eating Isidro.
I'd be okay with that.
But and then Guts gets his own new cool like form, and he grows his eye in his hand back, and does stuff. I don't know, but that's not. I don't think that's where this is going.
I feel that's what this Skull Knight did. I feel. I think that's what the clues point to that, but we don't know, to be honest.
I mean, didn't they say there was some kind of sacrifice made of the people in the tower?
Yes.
Like a lot of people.
Yes.
So it does point to the skull, the Skeletor having.
I'm pretty sure the skull, but I mean, there might be some details which change the things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be that the guy in this skull mask is actually not him. It might be, I don't know, his wife or something, or it might be some other. You know what I mean? Like related, very closely related to him, but he took his place or something like that.
I want to know if the horse is like a regular horse that he just rides around, or if it's like actually part of him, and he's like a guy in the shape of a man riding, like a skeleton riding a horse, but the horse is just part of his body. Because we've seen stuff like that.
I think we've seen him without the horse talking to the witch. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay. It would have been cool if he was a centaur.
Yeah, right. But like, did he just when one of his legs falls off and it's like, oh, that's not actually a leg; it's just like a prop. But,
I mean, what is his horse? What is his horse? His horse seems pretty cool doing weird things, to be honest.
Given the stuff he does, the horse can't be just a regular. I mean, it just
Yeah.
seems like too strong and tough and fast to be just
For
a
sure,
horse.
any horse would have died of
Yeah.
of being scared. They're not very brave.
So,
I don't know. Maybe we'll know at some point.
we
But,
saw
yeah.
a lot of him in this volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say anything useful? I don't remember.
He did say that all the more reason for it to become necessary for these children on their journey, and he says it's karmic. And so that doesn't So we had some back and forth there with the witch.
Yeah, I think in my professor says it's like the law of causality, and she says, it doesn't necessarily have to be always, law of causality. So it's already decided. They might have some free will sort of thing. Or
we get confirmation that he and Zod knew each other.
Yeah.
We get confirmation that people call him the king.
Mm-hmm.
We get confirmation that he wore the Berserker armor.
Yeah.
And the way it but doesn't apparently need it anymore. That he had a path to hell. Path to hell is very ambiguous. Like, that doesn't necessarily literally mean a path to, like, the astral world. It could just mean to, like, a hellish existence.
Which sounds like he kind of has that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a happy guy.
No.
No.
I don't know. He doesn't have lips, so I don't know if he's smiling.
He might be smiling.
Maybe he is a happy guy.
Yeah. Just can't see him smile.
And he can't give his old girlfriend a peaceful death. Right? She ends up burning anyway. He wanted to try to save her from that so she could die peacefully, but he can't manage it because it's odd.
Yeah. Oh.
And then the magicians all say, but it's just a transition to a new form of life, so we can get force ghosts. I assume at some point in the future. She can appear and say, Luke, use the force. Or whatever.
Maybe. I mean, she was. I mean, what happened when she was talking with Sherke and she told her to use the Berserk Armor? Right? How did she do it? Like, I thought she was already dead at that point.
I don't know if she was already dead or not.
I think she was about to
die, like surrounded by flames. I couldn't tell.
So she was just telepathically communicating or something?
They're doing a lot of that in this volume. They're doing a lot of... They even call it something. Where she tells Guts to go get the armor, and she's speaking to him telepathically.
Yeah,
but she's also communicating with Lady Farnese. When she's in the Glyphoth, she's communicating with her telepathically, telling her, just wait for us, you got the silver chain, they can't hurt you. There's a lot of that going on. Magical cell phones.
Yeah.
It's good. It's like a power bump for everybody. Well, we can talk at range. Guts has Berserker armor. Serpico got his wind sword and cloak. Everything's good.
Yeah, Skeletor does say, "I'll say only that I'm one who opposes the 5 angels." So,
I mean, we have every reason to trust that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll know a bit more about him, because he's pretty cool. A lot of cool guys.
There's a lot of cool stuff in here. The Berserker armor is cool. It's also a little more straightforward. Like, the motivations aren't very, hard to figure out. Yeah. Except, why does Griffith care so much about this witch? I guess she's one of the few things that could have opposed him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which implies a vulnerability to magic on Griffith's part.
He's kind of clearing the board, clearing the path, seems like.
Yeah.
I think I remember why. I'm not going to say why, but I think I remember why. I might be wrong.
And Zod does say there's only one master in this world the Inhumans would choose.
True.
They kind of and Guts thinks about Griffith, so I'm guessing that's
Yeah.
he's referring
What's
to.
Griffith doing it now? What do you think he's doing?
Plotting. He's always plotting, and
You
his
think
hair
he's
is flowing in the wind.
You don't think he already has everything planned at this point?
I mean, we have to assume we have to assume there's more to the world than he knew when he was mortal.
Hmm. But
Like he
yeah.
didn't know all these details about Kush.
But you think now that he's immortal, he knows. Now that he became a demon and he was in that dimension and then he came back.
He knows more, but we don't know how much he knows or whether he's really like he might only have been like awake and conscious the way we think of it since that last what do they call it, the feast or whatever, where they tried to bring Casca and he came into the world. That might have only been when he started playing. Well, we don't know if he was really like a conscious entity before that or not.
Yeah,
we just,
true.
They can call it any way they want. I would bet he has a plan because he seems to always be the kind of guy who's got a plan.
Yeah. He doesn't seem phased by anything since he went into the, since he did his thing.
Right. So, I know what he's. I can't say because I just read ahead. I ruined myself for this part of the talk. But
no predictions. Only Steve. Steve, what are your predictions, Ben?
Well, I don't know how long this Berserker armor will last.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's too powerful. It seems like it can't be forever, right? It has to be like just a temporary boost.
Yeah, so it might like disintegrate because he uses too much or something. Like pushes it to the limit or something.
So it seems like an end game kind of thing. It doesn't seem like something would happen. I think we're halfway through. Seems like it's too early for something that big to happen. I can see if it's towards the end and he needs that extra help to kill Griffin. I can see that, or maybe it's something he can use from time to time. Or I'm not sure.
I mean, they imply that it's very dangerous to his life to use it. So it could be one of those like only pull it out when you really need it. Mm-hmm. Don't use its full capabilities against every little group of trolls that shows up, but pull it out when you are fighting a super apostle or something. Which is pretty standard. I mean, Naruto did that. He had some techniques like, well, if you use this, it'll shorten your lifespan. That's a favorite in manga, right? It'll shorten your lifespan if you use it. So it's just like you can use it as much as you want in the story because they're always like teenagers. So like, yeah, he's going to die at 50 instead of 70. He doesn't care. You don't care as a writer, but the character hesitating makes sense. It's like you don't get the Power Rangers problem. Like, why don't you pull out the Megazord at the beginning of the episode? Right? Well, you don't pull out the Megazord at the beginning of the episode because presumably if you summon the Megazord, it takes 2 years off your lifespan. You're going to wait to pull out the Megazord until you really need the Megazord, So this could end up being a little bit like that. Like you're going to wait because it could kill him.
Yeah. And it also gives like Guts another thing, which is, like he can become stronger just by sort of his own will, which is something which you always need with an underdog fighting someone stronger. Because he needs to have some reason why he wins. And usually it's because, his determination, his will becomes so strong that he's able to overcome, like, pain and whatever, right? So it's another sort of like that thing, I guess.
I don't know. We'll see. I was hoping he would keep it. But...
Yeah.
Because he needs a power-up. You've got all these super apostles running around, Griffith running around... now he's got a mage, now he's got Isidro with some explosives, Serpico, I don't know. Now he's got a magic sword, which wasn't magic before, but now it is. It's cool. I know my tone of voice makes it seem like I'm bored about it. I love all this stuff. I think it's great. So, I don't know.
And the apostles did recognize Guts as the sacrifice, so...
Yep. Good for them. Good memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you said, Joey, yeah, he's a
I
recognizer.
assume, it looked like memory, but also he's got the brand. I don't know if they can just sense it too.
True, I guess. Yeah, because how many years has it been since the eclipse? At least 4 years, I think. At least that we know of. Because we know it's those 3 years of guts going around, right?
I thought it was 2, but I might be wrong.
Maybe 2. Okay, but we also know. I think there was like 1 year or something in between either the tower or something else happening. I thought. I don't remember.
It's been years. I mean, there's no doubt.
Yeah, years.
It's been years. Absolutely. I should have kept better track. I think I was keeping track during the Golden Age arc of his age.
Yeah.
And then I stopped keeping track after the eclipse.
Yeah. Well, I guess, at the end of a Golden Age arc, he's... What age is he at the end of a Golden Age arc?
I think he was in his late teens.
Yeah. I feel like it feels like he was still, not like a full adult.
Right.
But now he definitely feels now like he's, right?
Like at least mid-20s.
Yeah. So I think that
old
makes
enough
sense.
to rent a car. He's old enough to rent a car.
Yeah.
You're 25, right? When you can rent a car. He should be.
He should be.
You can't rent a car before 25? I didn't know that. Okay.
It's really hard.
Fair enough.
I don't know how I know that, but this might be outdated information too. I haven't been 25 in a long time.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I would. Does Guts seem like the reliable person to drive cars and...
You look cap space for that
Right,
sword to fit
never
in.
get your security deposit back with Guts. Right. Something would happen. His apartment, his car, just don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
So did we like this volume? I like this volume.
I like it solid.
I liked it a lot, yeah.
Again, it's more plot progression, right? Cool fights.
And it's more fantasy, slightly less horror, although there's horror elements with what's her name?
Yeah.
The angel that he meets. That's a little horrific.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's less so.
It does feel so much different though than the first volumes, like the horror elements. Even though they're technically the same, like if you think about it, technically, like the fight with the Count in the first volume, or the Eclipse, like it's technically, it's pretty much the same with what's happening now in Clip-Off or whatever, right? The imagery is very similar, but it feels different, doesn't it? I can't say why it feels different, but it does feel different to me, at least. It's got a different, flavor or something. Maybe it's just the art style that is different. Maybe it's the context that makes it different. I don't know.
It's neat because the art style is different, but it's also the same. Like it's a maturation of the same style. It's not a different style. He didn't start drawing in a completely different way. He just developed.
Yeah.
Which has been cool because you see it on the page as you go through the volumes. Like it's one of the neat things about this is the fact that he wrote it over such a long span of time.
Yeah.
It had something.
Maybe it's I don't know actually. Maybe it feels because it's more refined, so it's just better. The art, it feels more, I don't know, streamlined, more polished. It gives me a feeling of it's more less horror. I'm trying to think, because usually horror you don't see in horror mangas. It's not drawn well. It's drawn grimy. It's drawn. There might be a lot of detail, but it's not. It feels less polished, maybe. I don't know. It's really hard to say why it feels different.
Cliff-Off is weirder than where he was in those first 3 volumes.
But, you can compare it to the Eclipse. Not a huge difference in imagery, I guess. But I don't know, the composition style of the scenes and everything else is also different. It's, yeah. I'm sure someone smarter than me would be able to tell why.
But this gives less compared to the Eclipse, this gives less of a sense of overwhelming opposition. Like, it was really interesting. One of the characters, I don't even remember who, was talking. Oh wait, that might be in the next volume.
Okay.
But when he's fighting the God Hand, it's like the earth itself, like the ground he's standing on, is the enemy, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like there's no chance. It's not like the guy's just bigger and stronger than me. It's like a whole different level.
Yeah.
Like I'm fighting the world itself, right? In the Eclipse, like there was no chance. Like you can hack at it with the sword all you want. You're not gonna, But like in this one, like the manifestation of what's her name, like it's clearly like you're not like destroying her, but you can actually blow a hole through this manifestation of her and hurt her and make her go away, right? Like it's less feeling of overwhelming opposition. And with Skeletor at his side, even more so. Like the guy's fighting next to him, this guy's clearly survived a long time fighting the God Hand. You have a chance. So in that sense, I feel it's less hard because it's less of the sense of you can win. You can struggle, and that's cool, and we'll watch you struggle and we'll enjoy that, but it's ultimately completely pointless. We've lost that. We're not there anymore. Now it feels like there's some hope for something. We don't know what exactly, but he's got magical help. He's got the special, cool armor. He's got a witch. Everyone's on the upswing. Farnese is being semi-useful.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Isidro's less annoying. Like it feels like we don't know what they're gonna do, but like they even have they have some hope. And before it was like, I'm gonna keep killing things, but he didn't really have any hope that it was actually gonna matter. I don't even think he thought it was gonna matter. He was just like, well, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna go down swinging.
Yeah.
He didn't ever say that, but you got that feeling. He didn't really think he had it. He just wanted to get one last swing in at Griffith. He didn't really think he was going to win, right? But now it's like, maybe you will, or maybe you'll win something, like on some scale, on some level.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, because there's less despair, and horror. You need that in horror. You need an overwhelming enemy, because if you think you can beat the enemy, then it's less horror, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're less scared.
And the Eclipse was despair. Like you might survive, but you're not winning. You're just surviving for now. That's the best outcome you can hope for. Is you'll survive a little bit longer, but you'll lose a hand and an eye, and or your mind. Right? You're losing a lot, but you might
survive. To run away. Yeah.
Yeah. You might get to run away. That's the best possible outcome. And then you're doomed anyway, right? But here it feels less. It's more. As I was saying, the epic. That's what I meant when I was saying this feels more like an epic fantasy.
True.
A little bit, or it's more of that tone seeping in. Now we're accumulating weapons. We've got an actual plan. I'm not just killing things for no reason. We actually have a destination in mind.
Yeah, I agree.
So I like that change. I like this part of Berserk more. I don't like horror. I know Dan probably not the same.
Yeah, I like the horror parts. Again, that's why the Golden Age is my favorite part. But this part is fun too.
Yeah,
like and we got some spicy things coming up still.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how it ends, so there might be even more spicy things in the future. I don't know.
Oh, there's good stuff in the next couple of volumes. I really like them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I remember too. There's some interesting stuff now. I don't know, there's some, if I remember correctly, there's some pretty interesting, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Then there's a bit of a, I don't know about that. And then there's, that's, okay, it's interesting again. But again, your mileage may vary depending on what you like.
I think you kind of need those dips though, right? You kind of need to have those, you kind of ramp things up and then ramp them down and have a period of...
I feel the way we're reading it might be fine because we're reading so much of it. But I think when it was coming out, it's like the dip lasted 5 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think that's why I stopped reading.
Yeah, and it was like people were like, I cannot do this anymore. Like it came out, it's been 6 months since the last one. I wonder what's happening. Oh, filler.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Filler with gorgeous backgrounds.
Yeah.
It's still filler. and you're like, I needed more than this. Hunter x
Jeez.
Hunter had the same problem. It got really draggy, the storylines, but also the chapters are coming out so far apart because the
Yes.
mangaka kept getting health issues. I mean, I understand you have health issues, but like, it's just like, I need the story to move faster if a chapter's going to come out every 8 months.
Yeah.
A chapter, you just can't.
And you have a problem if they don't have that much of an incentive anymore because they're rich now. They got there just like George R. R. Martin. It's like he doesn't need to write another book. He's good.
Yeah.
Like Yu Yu Hakusho. He doesn't need to write more. He's good, right?
Yeah.
Like his wife is rich. He's rich. Right? Berserk. I'm sure he was fine. I'm sure he didn't need to write more. Like I'm sure he wants to write more because he wants to finish it. But a lot of times if you're missing that incentive for some people, it's just right.
Yeah.
It is what drives them.
And the pressure builds because after 40 volumes, you feel like if you write more and you extend it and it doesn't, you're never going to make everybody happy.
No.
You can't. You literally can't, right? Trust me. I'm a writer. This is like my continuing problem with me. You can't possibly make everybody happy because there are going to be some people who want it to turn into an epic fantasy. There's some people who want it to be a horror straight up, and you can't possibly do both. So you try to balance it as much as you want, but the pressure just seems to grow.
Yeah.
As time goes on, it gets harder and harder.
Because the more you wait, the more it's like people are like, it must be amazing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the next Game of Thrones one book, he spent so much time writing it, must be good. The next King Killer one, it must be good, right?
Well, I'm sure this is Rothfuss's problem, or at least a big part of it. It's just so difficult to come out with the next thing, and to I'm sure he absolutely fundamentally wants to blow everyone away with this third book, and he almost definitely can.
No.
Like he's not, he needs to be like, I'm going to write a book that's 75% as good as the first book.
That would be good enough, probably. But the more you wait,
everyone would fucking love that.
Not,
right?
I don't think anymore. I don't think they would love it anymore. It's been too long, I think.
But if it had happened 3 years ago,
people
would have loved it. Right? 75% as good as the first book, but like an ending, people would have been thrilled. But
for sure.
I don't think he wanted to do that. Like he wanted 110% as good as the first book.
But we've seen it happen. Like, what was the video game that was super anticipated, Duke Nukem Forever or something? Where it was like, it's been like 20 years or something. It's going to be amazing. And then it came out. It was good. But then it got trashed in reviews because people were expecting it was amazing. Or like, why they're not making Half-Life 3 or something. Because like at this point, people are saying, it's going to be amazing. But it's not going to be amazing. It's going to be good.
Dan, have you looked at, are any chapters out yet from without Miura?
Yeah. There's 3 chapters, I think.
Have you looked at them?
Yes.
Seem okay?
Yes. I actually enjoy them quite a lot because I feel like now they don't have to pad it as much. They can just finish the story. I feel that's what's happening. There's no incentive really to. I mean, there is an incentive maybe, but they also don't know exactly how he would have padded them. They only know the story, I think. So they would have to make up everything in between. And I think they're probably not doing it. But there's definitely like a change in the art style. Like you can see a change in the art style because he's not doing some of the parts.
That's fair.
So, but I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not. They're actually quite interesting.
Good. Thank you. I feel better.
Yeah, but again, who knows? Because I think they said that they need another. I don't remember how many chapters they said they need.
100.
No. It was a fairly limited number of chapters they needed to finish the story, I think. I don't remember right now, though.
No, I was like, I almost picked up The Name of the Wind the other day, but I didn't. Because I know I won't enjoy it because I know it will never end. But it's in 2007.
Well, then book 2 was like
2011.
2011 or
it was fairly,
It wasn't quick, but it wasn't crazy.
That was over 10 years ago. It was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but they are very good. They're very, very good. I don't know. Would I read them knowing that they're not going to finish? It's hard to say.
I also feel, like it'd be different if he had like, I don't wish any ill on Rothfuss, but imagine he had like something had happened to him in 2013. Right. So, like, yeah, it's never going to get finished because something happened to him. But there's a lot of ill will now around him not finishing because it feels like he's fucking with people because the whole charity chapter and stuff.
Yeah.
And him kind of being a dick about it, which I guess I get on some level, but also, like, come on, man. So it's different, I think. Again, like, you know.
I think that's the issue with, like, it's because of the teasing, I guess. Just like George R. R. Martin. If he said something like, oh, fuck you, I'm not going to write it. But he keeps saying, oh, you know, I wrote most of it. Oh, it's going to come out next year. It's like, just say it how it is, you know?
The other part about Rothfuss that annoys me is he said in interviews on multiple occasions, all 3 books are done.
Yeah.
When the first one came out.
Really?
He explicitly said that. Yeah, multiple times. He said that it's going to be a 7-book series and maybe more, and the first 3 are done and in the can, and they're ready to be
it's going to be 7 books? I thought it was going to be originally like a trilogy, concluded trilogy, and then he made it.
Yeah, but then there were going to be more. There was supposed to be more to the story. The first trilogy he had described a long time ago. He hasn't said this recently, but he had usually just described the trilogy as really just an introduction to the character before you get into the real story. So he was saying stuff like that when Name of the Wind came out in interviews.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you know, you just lied.
Yeah. Like, plus, you know, he's not spending time writing it because he's spending time streaming or doing other things, right? That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, again, that's fine if you don't want to write it, but don't say you're going to do it.
Right.
Just say, if I ever feel like it in the future, I'm going to start writing it. No, but I'm not doing anything on it right now.
Yeah.
But I think, and I think what happened with Martin is like, part of what he was actually going to write went into the TV show, and people didn't like it, so he's like, oh shit, people are not going to like what I'm going to do. I need to make it better, I feel.
Yeah. I think he also knows that no one's going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think it's the anticipation is too high, and then after the series, the way it ended, everyone was really upset about it. Well, most people, like 99% of the people were upset about it. Yeah. So I think it's like, what now? Like, how do I wrap this up? It's impossible anyway, but it's even worse because all the attention.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me appreciate more of the writers which are consistently, you know, writing, or they finish something, or, you know, even more impressive people like Stephen King and Brandon Sanderson, which were like, you know, I'm going to write, and maybe it's not going to be the best thing I'm going to write ever, but it's going to be pretty good.
I feel like King is really willing to write stuff people won't love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just seems either he's just okay with it, or we just don't hear about him raging in his room like soup. You know, how dare these people not like fairy tale or whatever he's, you know, maybe he's screaming in the Maine wilderness and we just don't know about it. But he just keeps pumping out books.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he said that the way he writes is like every day he goes and he forces himself to write a certain number of pages and work for a certain number of hours. Which, I mean, it's quite admirable the way he does. But maybe he doesn't, I think he said like maybe sometimes he throws away everything he writes, but he does force himself to write or work for at least a certain number of hours.
I can't do that. But yeah.
Yeah. But it is quite, I mean, and not all his books are good. Some of them are not very good. Depends on your taste, I guess. But it is like, you know, you have to admire how consistent he is and how much work he puts into it. And I think he does it also because he likes just putting out stories. Because there's also like a program he does in which he gives for free the rights to some of his stories to small filmmakers to use for their small films without any royalties or anything else. Just like, oh, you can use the story if you want.
That's cool.
So
I would do that if I had Stephen King money.
Yeah. I think he doesn't have to worry about money.
He's not hungry.
There's a point where I mean, he's got fuck you money, right? He's got like,
oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That's a whole different, you know, that's a whole different level of
yeah. But it's different personality. It's interesting seeing different personalities, different writers. What forces someone to write? I don't know. I keep remembering one of my favorite authors, Italian authors from the early 1900s, that he wrote so much. It's like I had all his books, and it's something like 80 books. And then I read his story, and apparently he was literally forced to write because he was giving super small royalties by his publishing house, and he had to keep his family afloat. And he was like, "Oh, I need the money. And then everyone died in his family too. So he was it was a thing. It was a thing. But I did like his books are like, adventure and pirates and swashbuckling and all that sort of stuff, and you wouldn't know it from just reading the books. And then you read the backstory. It's like, okay, that's why he wrote this many books, and that's why the later books feel just like he has to write them to publish something they're not very good.
Well, it's like all the pulp writers, right? They all had like systems because they had to sell a story all the time to write a lot to feed themselves, and that was their goal. The amount of stuff like Asimov and like all the writers from like the first half of the 20th century, the sheer number of words they put out was ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot less authors which like, I just published one book and it becomes super successful and I don't need to do it anymore. Right?
Yeah, that's rare. But that's always been rare, right? That's never been normal.
Yeah. Now, you can do it, I guess, because there's a lot of like merchandising and other revenue streams you can use if it's popular enough.
That's a tiny handful of guys, though. Like the indie authors who are making real money, they're writing a lot.
Oh yeah.
Much more like the pulp writers. Like the most successful guys are writing like 6 to 10 books a year.
Holy shit! How?
Oh yeah, Steve. Look at like the lit RPG people, the cultivation people.
Yeah.
Look at like the people on Royal Road. To be successful on Royal Road, we were talking about this, I think. Those guys are putting out like 5 to 7 chapters a week. That's what the audience expects.
Yeah.
And those chapters are at least 2,000 words.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be polished, but it's going to be
polished, there. But that audience doesn't care, and that's how Wandering In is at like whatever ridiculous word count it's at. We're like 12 million words now for Wandering In. Something insane. But like, but it's not but the author of Wandering In she has written 30,000 words in a day, which is nuts.
Yeah.
But you're not putting in like a lot of nuanced dialogue and like cleverly crafted puns.
How many of them now are using stuff like ChatGPT to pad like the middle parts? You just write some parts of it, tell it to fill it in.
That's what I would be doing if I were trying to to do that job. Right.
Yeah.
Every time you want to describe an in, just have ChatGPT describe an in. You get a paragraph. I'm sure it's once you train it and figure out how to write the prompts to get what you want, and then you can edit it. It's going to be faster than writing it yourself. I mean, that's the problem.
For sure.
That's the real issue with AI. AI is not going to give you the next name of the wind, but it's going to give you the next like pulpy derivative thing. But the people writing the pulpy derivative stuff, instead of writing a book a month, they can write a book a week once they get good with the AI tools. And that's just going to make the market harder.
You kind of wonder how much of that is just like content for content's sake, like the binge culture, like give me all the episodes today so I can spend the next 12 hours of my life watching the season.
But you've got a big audience of people who just want like their lit RPG story about a guy who's trapped inside a video game, and they'll keep reading. And they'll pay for it, and they don't really care if it's like super polished or if the punctuation's all right, and you can make a lot of money doing that, a lot more than I'm making, and I'm not writing like that,
But I feel like the people that read those, web novels or whatever, they read a lot of them, so you're just skimming through them, sort of. You're not like spending a lot of time for it. It's sort of like how I read a lot of manga. I'm just like most of them is garbage, and it's like I just skim through it. It's so quick, it's so disposable, right? It's not like when I'm reading Berserk now, but you stop and you think and you look at the panels and you're like, it's just so much more because there's so much of it and so much of it is trash that, right? It's not like or like music, like 30 years ago, you had to buy the CD and you're like, okay, this is what I have. I'll better get my money's worth out of it. I'll better savor it. But right now, you don't need to do it. You don't need to savor things. You can just go
through it.
Yeah. Just like you said. I don't know. We'll see what that it's going to end up. But
I think the next volume of Berserk is is it this month or next month? Soon.
What do you mean? Oh, the next published?
The next deluxe.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's very soon.
Well, the last one came out 29 September 2023.
I
don't think so, because there's only one chapter after that, after September 2023. So maybe that's the one you were thinking about.
So will this story be wrapped up?
What do you mean this story? Oh, you mean Berserk story?
Yeah.
I'm like pretty sure it's going to be wrapped up. Hopefully, it's not going to take 10 years, but
hopefully not.
Because I think they announced at some point, oh, we're just going to stop doing it for some months, and people are like, oh no, I remember this happening before.
I'm sure they needed some time just to figure out what their plan was going to be.
Yeah.
Contracts.
I think it was something to do with the guy that's drawing it got busy from his other actual work, I think. Like his other manga, his personal manga. Because I don't remember who's writing it, who's doing it now, but he does other mangas too. He's not just a random guy. I don't know, who is he? Fuck, I forget. Maybe I could find it in the wiki. Maybe I'll look it up for next time. I don't know. Oh, Yoshimitsu Kurosaki? Could it be? I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, cool. Anything else from 26 you guys can think of? 26.
No, I think that's
good volume, though. Yeah. Liked it a lot. Yeah. Good
Next
stuff.
volume 27. Other stuff is going to happen. For sure.
Things will happen. Yeah.
Things will happen. Things are going to happen. Maybe you're going to like them. Maybe you're not going to like them. Who knows? No, I think it's pretty interesting, the next part. I think. Well, we still need to see the end of this fight, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
Joe knows.
Yeah, maybe Guts dies.
Maybe he does.
Probably not.
No.
I won't tell you.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So until next week, Joe, where can people find you?
You can find me at jcmburn.com, and Partial Function is now on my website. Very exciting. My 5th book is on there, and all my books are at Amazon. If you just search for JCM Burn, you will see all my books. And you should read Partial Function right now, because right now it is a 5-star book.
Nice.
On Amazon. So if you wait, the odds are good it's going to get worse.
How many reviews does it have?
1.
Nice.
Or it did like this morning. There might be another one up by now, but last time I checked, there was 1 review on Amazon. It was 5 stars. No review, just a rating. But if you wait, it's going to be lower because it can't go anywhere but down. But the trend on all my books has been to go down. I mean, I think that's generally true. The first 20 people to read it are usually like your friends or your fans, and they rate it a little higher, and then over time, more and more people who aren't in your core audience end up picking up, and the rating drifts down for most people. Not always. It drifts down. My Goodreads rating overall hit 4.50. It was higher, but then it went down like 4.47. I was like, oh, I'm never going to see a nice even 4.5 again. And then with 2 new books out, it climbed back up to 4.5. I was very excited.
Yeah.
It was made my week.
I think it's really hard for a work to go up in rating if it starts lower. I don't know what would have to happen for that.
I mean, they drift, right? So like Wistful Ascending was down to 4.4 something, and now it's up to 4.55.
Okay, nice.
So it's just random. Like, are you reaching the right readers or not? Okay. I think, but it's also like a small enough. I mean, it's only got like Wistful Ascending only has under 300 ratings. So like if I just get like 10 people in a row who are the right people or the wrong people, it's going to make us a difference. It's not like a Brandon Sanderson book where 1,000 ratings, 1,001 stars aren't going to make a dent in but I can just get lucky. Some book group picks it up and they all love it, and bam, I'm up high, or they all hate it and I drop. So it's all, you can't take it too seriously. As a writer, you really can't. Like that way lies madness.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Dan, where can people find you?
Patreon forums, the Empire 17. I don't know. You might find my abandoned blog from a couple of years ago, but I haven't been posting for a very long time. But it's very unlikely that you'll find it. You would need to be very niche into a specific, sci-fi animes from the 70s, that specific one, and also into scale modeling. So,
Star Blazers?
No. I'm not gonna. It's a secret.
It's not Gatchaman, is it?
No.
There's only a sci-fi anime from the 70s I'm aware of. Oh no, there's
Fair
Gundam, and there's
Gundam is even probably maybe earlier. I don't know what Gundam is, or maybe I think Mazinger said. I don't know, and neither of
Gundam
them.
was in the 70s, wasn't it?
I think.
Or did it start later?
I was thinking maybe it would start earlier, but I don't know. Anyways, it's not a mecha anime. So.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, cool. So we'll challenge accepted.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know where my afternoon's going.
Yeah.
No, please don't waste your time on this shit.
No, I have to.
Guilty.
Well, cool. So we'll see everyone next week.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.